This is Mrs. Teal, looking quite nice in black, silver and of course the colour teal. Now Mrs. Teal has a problem, her owner tells me, in that it has everything to do with the way she looks. Really it's only to do with one of the things about the way she looks, and it's these panel things on the side of the tank. And from what I understand, it's quite a divisive thing amongst people who do like the Scram. Some of them like them. I'm not a big fan, but I set out to find out what they're called, what they do, and how can I take them off. I do have to say, however, that when you match up the panel with the tank and all the lettering looks good, that's pretty cool, but when you get off to the side a little bit, it's just a little bit odd. My research, I started to try and figure out what these panels were called, and I was pretty sure they were going to be called something like a tank guard or a tank protector or something cool like airflow diverters or whatever. The best thing I could find online was people just calling them the tank panel. I thought, no, they got to be called something different to just tank panel, because that's rather boring. So I went down to my local Royal Enfield dealer, had a chat with the parts guy, and we looked it up on the parts catalogue, and there it was. And they're known as a tank panel. Following on from that rather disappointing revelation, I turned my attention to trying to find out exactly what these panels are for. What do they do? What's their purpose? The result of all the research that I looked at online and asked and spoke to people about, the only thing that I could come up with, I just don't know what they're for. I don't know what they do. The only thing I can think of is that they're just there for decoration. Except maybe they are there to show the rider or the public that this bike can be ridden on the dirt, and maybe they're like pseudo tank protectors or tank guards. And I guess if you adjusted them out, and you can, and the bike went over quite softly, they would become damaged, but I think you could protect your tank. But that's only a guess on my part, but it kind of makes sense, I guess. So we decided that the tank panels needed to come off, at least to see what it looks like. And as it turned out, it wasn't really that difficult to remove them at all. The tank panels themselves are connected to a hollow round bar which runs from one side of the bike through to the other. And to take the panels off, there are two screws from behind the panel. They come away then from the bracket, then the bracket comes away from the bar, and you do the same to the other side. And it's interesting to note that when I took the panels off, the bracket that holds it is elongated, so you can move them in and out and backwards and forwards, which sort of says to me that maybe they're adjustable for a reason. Removing the horn bracket from the panel bar simply involves snipping the cable tie that holds the horn wires to the panel bar and undo the screw that attaches the horn bracket to the bar. Removing the tank panel bar from the bike involves unscrewing the 10mm threaded screw from the bracket mount and the down tube. It's really tight, so use a good tool with some good leverage, and once it's cracked, it's a ratchet ring spanner all the way. However, just make sure you do remove the horn bracket itself, otherwise you could get your ratchet spanner jammed in there, just saying. A slight problem with reinstalling the horn was that the angle on the bracket that originally attached the horn to the bar, it was just wrong to fit it onto the bike. No matter where you put it with the bend in it, it would hit something or snag on this or that. So without resorting to making a completely different bracket, we decided to straighten the original bracket attached to the horn and drill the 8mm hole to 10mm in order to take the mounting bolt, no problem. Thread the bolt through the bracket, then through the down tube, replace the nut, and before you tighten it, just make sure that the horn is in the right position, and then nice and tight. Attach the two wires to the horn. Doesn't matter which wire goes where, but you may need to rotate the horn in order to have the two wires running in a suitable, neat way up to under the tank where they're going to be cable tied. If you need to rotate the horn, it's just a matter of loosening the nut on the back, rotating and tightening again. Here's Mrs. Teal looking sleek and slim with her visual enhancements removed, and I think it makes the bike look better, but I guess with a lot of things it's a matter of taste. But the owner says she's happy, so all good. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video informative, and if you enjoyed the video you might like to give a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe down below. That'd be great. So until next time, go well.
Oh, I got it. I took it out too far.